Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
And I'm Erin Palmer, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
Joining us is Calvin Loron. Welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hi, Calvin. Thank you for joining us. Please share with our viewers a little bit about your background and who you are.
Okay, my name is Calvin Loron. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma, originally from Mogi, Oklahoma, like a small little town. I'm an R&B artist, R&B soul, funk. Around Tulsa, I perform with my band. We do cover gigs, a little bit of originals, and since the last, I would say 2 years, we've been really like just hitting the road, just doing a lot of things, performing on local TV and various bars, venues, casinos, and it's a lot of fun. And we're just getting started, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
Oh, fabulous, fabulous. Well, it's so great having you here. Let's talk a little bit about how long you've been performing and, what got you started in this music business.
So, yeah, I would say I've been doing this since I was about like 14 or 15. I started out on YouTube. Like I was always inspired by older music. So on YouTube, I would do cover songs of like the Jackson 5, Temptations, Marvin Gaye, I think New Edition, some things, and it leaked out at school. Like it was mainly a thing I would just post up, and like I was hoping, back in those days, go viral kind of stuff, and like people found out about it, and I wasn't really sure if it was good because I was still in the beginner process, and people loved it, and since then, I've been just going for it, and after that, around 16, I started recording my own original music, and ever since, it's just been my passion, something I really care about, and like as I said before, influenced by older music, like my sound kind of gets that kind of vibe, retro mixed with modernism kind of thing, and yeah, like my music really sounds like that, and like I draw a lot of inspiration from it, like the James Brown and Motown kind of stuff, and yeah, it really drives me. I just been going at it ever since.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit. What was your first live performance?
I was like 18. Um, it was like one of those showcase R&B rap kind of thing. I believe it was in Texas, somewhere around there. I think it was Dallas. And that was my first time. Like I had original song I did from back when I was like around 16. I had like the instrumentals and things like that. And this was my first time performing, and I hadn't recorded in about a year or so. So I saw like this little ad on Facebook, or I believe that's where it was, and it was like saying, "Hey, showcase, come out and perform. It's in Dallas." And I was like, like I'm going to Dallas, and maybe I should stop by there and try that out. And that was my first time performing, just with the backing tracks kind of thing. And like after that, I was like, man, this is it. I like this, and so I just kept on pursuing after that.
Calvin, you mentioned James Brown, but tell us a little bit more about who and what has influenced you musically.
hmm I would say my parents, mainly my parents, really, that's what really got me started because like younger, I would have like a karaoke set kind of thing, and I would listen to like I was born and raised on like older kind of music, and like so my parents are like they were a huge influence on that. My mom actually went to school for music, so that's also a big contributing factor. And ever since then, like I would just listen to a lot of these older songs because like it was always around me, and I started writing myself and just doing all that kind of stuff, just because like it really like brought something out of me. I've always been like the quiet introverted guy, and like the music, it would create this new me, like someone I didn't even know existed, because like I was like, okay, like this stuff actually like brings out like a different side of me, and like I think I might have something here. So like that kind of stuff, and watching a lot of biopics and things like that actually influenced me too, like the Temptations biopic, Ray Charles kind of stuff. I had like a strange way of how I got into it. It was like I didn't even know if I could really sing at first. So just listening to these different like songs and seeing these different videos of performances, and I just decided, hey, I'm gonna do it myself, just behind the scenes. And then eventually, as I was mentioning earlier, I started making the YouTube videos, and after that, I started making my own songs. Like that was a big step too, like actually making original content. And ever since, it's been the love of my life. I love it.
Awesome, awesome. I love how even you being an introverted person, music really brought out that expressive side of you, were able to express yourself, in a creative way. So talk to us about your creative process. Describe what that looks like, getting a song together, getting the music together, how you really create all of this that you do when it comes to music.
Right. My favorite thing, this is a favorite thing. I really love this part of the process. So I start off with the song lyrics. Like, well, first, like it might be song lyrics or the melody. Like I'll catch a little melody, a little groove, and I'll like record it on my phone, like just like the humming. I'll just hum like a little beat, whatever, like dun 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 dun, dun. And like I'll write the song lyrics around it, and then afterwards I'll find someone who plays guitar or whatever, like they can like write the tabs out. Like that's how I originally started. Or I'll take it to a producer that can just build like a track around the idea. Like I'll come up with like I was saying, like the melody or whatever, say, hey, how do you want it to sound? What kind of instruments do you want in this? And like we just go over all that and just come up with like all these different arrangements. And afterwards I'll record like the real vocals, and the guys that have helped me do is like Future recording studio in Lawton, Oklahoma, and Matt Maxwell. He started helping me in the beginning, like the very, very beginning when I started like really, like just getting out there writing original music like professionally, like to that next level. And yeah, so that's pretty much how it works. I just come up with the lyrics, the melody, and we just take it from there because I know some really talented guys that can really take it to that next level and bring something I was thinking of to life.
Please tell us about introducing Calvin Loron. I'm excited to hear about this.
Right. So introducing Calvin Loron, we released this, I believe, in August of 2023, right? And this is all with Future, like the guy I was just talking about in Lawton, Oklahoma. Like so we would take like my song lyrics and like I'll just come up with the melody and whatnot. And we made 5 songs. Write a love song, One Dance Can Do No Wrong, You Make Me Feel Alive, and 2 others. And so yeah, like the process was pretty much like what I was saying, how we would like just go in there and just like improvise and just come up with some great tracks. And so yeah, like that's pretty much the process. It sounds pretty simple, just getting there and just make some stuff, just shoot for the stars, take a leap of faith, and just getting there and just make the tracks. In like the reception for it, the feedback, people really liked it, especially Write a Love Song. Like at first I didn't really think that song would, I didn't think people would like it because it sounds kind of old, like doo-woppy mixed with kind of like the soul music from the 60s. So I was like, this is kind of an experiment. I'll release it and see what people think. And they love it. I was like, okay, people actually like the retro kind of sound. So that's introducing Calvin Loron. Like we just get in there and just go for it, and we came up with some really good stuff. Thanks to Future, because he's a top-notch guy. I highly recommend him.
Awesome, awesome. How many songs are included on introducing Calvin Loron? Yeah.
Yeah, so there's 5 songs. It's an EP.
Mm-hmm.
I later I plan on like releasing like a full-blown album with about maybe like 8 to 10 songs. But for now, I've been doing like more of like the smaller projects, about 3 to 5 songs, or just singles, like whichever is like the best way, like just to like keep things going, like like to stay consistent. It's all about consistency, so people won't forget you. So yeah, like it's a 5-song EP, and I plan on doing something larger with Future because like the chemistry is there, and like we've made some pretty good songs, and so just stay tuned.
Calvin, where can people find the EP? Where can people listen to Introducing Calvin Loron?
So it's on all streaming platforms. It's on Spotify, Apple, Deezer, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and it's everywhere. And you can like find it by typing in my name, CalvinLoron, Calvin Loron, and like you'll see that, and also my other projects. Yeah, so like it should be pretty easy to find.
Awesome, awesome. So, getting introducing Calvin Loron together, of course, must have been, such a fabulous process for you to do that. Tell me something that you've learned about yourself, during this process of compiling and recording and, putting this together.
I would say what I learned about myself is that I have potential. I actually have something here, like in just being confident in myself. Like those are the things I found about myself is that I'm talented and versatile as well. It's just like I had to like dig deep in there and like with words of encouragement from others, and because like as I was saying, like I'm very introverted, things like that. So it was kind of a long process in the beginning because I had to like actually find that confidence. And so what I've learned is that I just have to get out there and take that leap of faith and you know just go for it. And I also advise that to other artists out there kind of like me, like kind of like on the edge, I don't know about this, like just go for it. If I could do it, I know it's kind of cliche, if I could do it, you could do it, but seriously, I really believe that because I was an introvert for sure. But
I love that. That's really wonderful that you took that out of the process and that you pay that forward. You had mentioned a little bit earlier that people received your love song positively. What other feedback have you received about your music?
so I would say the feedback I've gotten, like some of it, like I'll be like kind of like taken a bit, like, oh, okay, but I always gotten like it's like it gives you like a warm feeling. Like they will say, it reminds you of the older music from like the Motown era, soul music era, 70s, 80s. And I've gotten some people that have said, like I sound like Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye, um, James Brown, kind of in that territory. And when I hear things like that, I'm like, whoa, okay. So I guess I'm doing something right, to hear that kind of thing, like to hear those uh those comments or whatever. And yeah, so
That's
it's like
awesome.
it's
It's
great.
awesome. It's awesome to be compared to the greats because you know that you're
Right.
doing something right, you know. If you
And like
can invoke that feeling in somebody else, it is really, really awesome. So that is awesome that you've received that amazing kind of feedback. That's really great. Now when you think about the greats, and you see where their career has gone and where they've taken their music and how they've touched others. What are some of your musical ambitions and career goals?
right. That's a great question. My ambitions, really, I would like to make this like a living. It's always like a dream of mine, or well, anyone's dream, really, to have like a job that you love, like your dream as a job kind of thing. Like that's my number one ambition. Like, and also others, like just getting out there performing a lot more, making a lot more music. I believe that I should be releasing a lot more music, like just being more consistent in touring sessions, just collaborating with other artists. Like I have a lot of ambitions with this, like because I see something there, and I feel like I just have to like grab it. You have to go after it. Like it's not gonna, just come to you. You have to really, really do the groundwork. And I realized to do that, you have to really be ambitious and you have to be dedicated. So I would say my ambitions are just to become like I wouldn't say a top artist, but just a relevant artist, you know, just out there doing things. I don't have to be like that big mega superstar. I just want to be, you know, that guy that people know about, and he makes decent music. So like I'm like on that middle ground, you know.
Well, this is a good segue, Calvin, as we wrap up. Please tell our viewers how they can learn more about you and what's upcoming.
Okay. So you can find me on all social media streaming platforms at Calvin Loron, CalvinLoron. My website, calvinloron.com. And if you get on there, you can see all my upcoming shows and what I'm doing next, new videos. And hopefully like I hit a stage near you, and like stay tuned for a lot more new music and just a little bit of everything.
Wonderful. And viewers, make sure you check that out. Please look in the description below for links. All right. Calvin, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been such a pleasure getting to chat with you, and we wish you much success on your present and future endeavors. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
To those watching, please follow Team Rayceen on social media.
And click around our YouTube channel and check out our other interviews, forums, vlogs, and more. And while you're there, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. But most of all, viewers, thank you for watching.